We have a breaking news story. Donald Trump just humiliated himself and the United States with some bizarre behavior at a Memorial Day ceremony. This raises questions about his sanity and mental fitness yet again. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. The past few weeks have raised ever more urgent questions about Donald Trump's mental faculties. Besides his usual crassness and meandering speeches, recent days have seen some truly weird behavior. Like this moment with Speaker Mike Johnson.
Big hug. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Yes, Trump totally walked into a wall and had to be guided by Mike Johnson in front of the press. I'm telling you, folks, that's mini-stroke behavior. For more information on that, see our other videos here on the channel. Or there was this attempt at a West Point commencement speech yesterday, which somehow devolved into a rant about trophy wives.
A trophy wife. It didn't work out too well, but that doesn't work out too well, I must tell you. A lot of trophy wives doesn't work out. But it made him happy for a little while at least. But he found a new wife. He sold his little boat and he got a big yacht. He had one of the biggest yachts anywhere in the world. He moved for a time to Monte Carlo and he led the good life. And time went by and he got bored. And 15 years later, the company that he sold to called him and they said, the housing business is not for us. You have to understand, when Bill Levitt was hot, when he had momentum, he'd go to the job sites every night. He'd pick up every loose nail. He'd pick up every scrap of wood. If there was a bolt or a screw laying on the ground, he'd pick it up and he'd use it the next day in putting together a house.
Weird, I know. And it gets weirder. Stay with me here. That same speech, incidentally, also saw Trump discussing the virtues of Al Capone. And while Trump does, no doubt, admire organized criminals who dodge their taxes, I couldn't tell you what Al Capone has to do with West Point graduation or Memorial Day. On the other hand, Capone finally went to prison because of his tax evasion, so maybe we should borrow a few ideas about sending Trump to the Hoosgow. Back to the matter at hand. All of these weird public moments say nothing of Trump's total failures as an executive. The wars in Gaza and Ukraine rage on, two conflicts he vowed to end on his first day in office. The tariff slap fight also continues, with Trump continually backing down on his proposed tariffs, which, all things considered, isn't a bad thing for the American people. More distressing than his continued policy failures, however, is his failure to even understand basic tasks. Which brings us to today's little mishap. While appearing at Arlington's ceremony for a special memorial for our fallen service people, Trump appeared disoriented and clueless during the ceremony. Did you catch that? Let's look at that again. Seriously, the man doesn't even know where to stand during this very basic ceremony? Did you catch how he seemed confused and unfocused and was looking around as if he didn't know what was going on? Did you see how he realized he needed to salute the troops after the fact? What the heck, man? You just had to take a step forward and salute, and that was too hard? What's really going on here? Let's talk two theories. One is that Trump cares so little about our fallen warriors. Remember, this is a president who called troops suckers and losers in front of a number of advisors. Trump doesn't care about our service people and is too lazy to feign interest. That's scenario one. Scenario two is even grimmer. He's decaying mentally and physically, which would account for his strange speeches, his walking into walls, and his failure to complete basic tasks. I mean, even if he's not paying attention, taking a few steps forward and saluting isn't hard. Unless you're Donald Trump, which, in my mind, makes the possibility of his mental decay even more likely. And this is the president who has the nerve to claim an American hero like Joe Biden was totally senile. Biden had bad moments for sure, but it is far more troubling that Trump doesn't have any good moments of lucid thought anymore. CNN journalist Jake Tapper has been making the rounds promoting his hit job against Biden in the form of his new book. A book that was motivated, apparently, by a personal feud between Tapper and Hunter Biden. For more on that, see our other videos here on the channel. But here's my question. Why is there so much talk about the mental acuity of a former president and not the current Oval Office occupant? Which poses the bigger danger? Mull on that today over your Memorial Day barbecue. Lord help America. This is Occupy Democrats.